Everyone's gathered outside.
How come we didn't get invited?
It looks like some kind of ceremony.
My loyal and beloved subjects, Saurian Antiqua speaks. I have been your emperor for little more than 20 years. But today I stand before you in celebration.
So that's the High Entia Emperor.
Saurian Antiqua.
I will remain your emperor for years to come. But now is the time to announce my successor. May I introduce your crown princess?
And there's the lady herself.
Melia Antiqua.
It's her.
She's a princess.
Took you long enough?
Her silver spoon accent was a clue. But royalty?
My daughter, Melia Antiqua, will depart immediately to face the tomb. She will seek the approval of our ancestors and become your crown princess.
The people are fickle. No mask can hide that girl's contaminated blood.
First Consort, all the pieces are in place. Say the word and the captive Homs shall be no more.
The savage who discovers fire remains a savage. Disappointed or not, His Highness will turn a blind eye to their fate. And their removal will deprive Melia of some powerful allies.
As you say.
Mother?
We continue to endure the contamination of our bloodline by perpetuating this wretched tradition of a High Entia First Consort and a Homs Second Consort. For how long must I suffer these Homs? Do your duty, Tyrea.
As you wish.
That mask. Melia.
I don't doubt that was Melia. But why the mask?
I don't know. But she's different from the other High Entia.
How do you mean?
Melie not like other bird people. Melie like hom-hom friends.
You might be right. But there are things at play here we can't understand.
Wait a minute! Oi! You'll give our Homs a heart attack shouting like that.
We've got no time to lose. Melia needs our help.
Again? You had another vision, didn't you?
What did you see?
Out with it already!
Excuse me. We ordered room service an hour ago.
I'm afraid you've already eaten your last meal.
Ah.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles with me, the Doctor. In the last episode we did a lot of side questing around Aerith Sea, but we also saw that Melia was to face the trial of the tomb, confirmed here, and we're now under attack by Wizard Entia. You'll notice my party consists of Dunban, Ricky and Ryan. It's quite easy to accidentally use Shulk in this fight, and you can hugely fuck yourself over with that. This is the first time in the game that we have ever been against things that... These are high end tier, so we're against monsters that the game considers people of Bionis. Because of that, the Monado does absolutely fuck all against them. So if you're Shulk, you only do one damage with every hit, you'll be stuck in low tension and you'll just have a bit of a shocker, all things considered. But it's the fact that you can trigger this by just returning to Alchemoth, and it doesn't, unlike almost everything else that suddenly dumps you in a boss fight, it doesn't give you any chance to like twitch your team up, and it's one of very few boss fights in the game that you can just completely brick yourself on, which is very interesting. I thought they might have patched this out with this version, but they have not. I guess it's just an important lesson about the limits of the Monado. Obviously, the Monado does absolutely nothing against Antiqua. Anyway, we have nearly finished off whatever these guys are. So let's just do a second chain attack. Oh, thick. We are getting some meaty chain attack damage now, and Dunban's just so much fun to use. You love to see it, especially with this whole heat haze where every hit's a critical hit. See, I just couldn't see past the no aggro on that, because that seems like such an anti-Dunban thing.
Who are these guys?
Shulk. These are Inquisitors.
What is this? More of them!
Wait. This is His Highness Callian, brother to Her Highness Melia.
Melia's brother?
Do not concern yourself, Your Highness. The matter appears to have been resolved.
Seer Alvis?
I foresaw the danger. I rushed here, but seem to have missed the fun.
They do not look like mere thieves.
I am presuming they are Inquisitors of the Bionite Order. A group of assassins long devoted to the Imperial family.
Ridiculous. The Bionite Order are a mere...
myth. The Order existed before records began. I, like many others, believed they had long since died out. Yet here they are before us.
Is Father aware of this?
I suspect he knows very little. He may not even be aware of their existence. They live amongst the shadows, never revealing their true faces.
But that does not explain why they would attack these people. Wait, could that have been... No, there's no way.
Callian, Melia is in danger. She'll be killed at an altar if we don't find her soon.
Killed? How can you be so sure?
Shulk and I share the same gift.
Another seer? Which would mean that you can see the future?
That's why we have to find her. Now.
Your Highness, as agreed, you will face the ritual alone.
I thank you for escorting me.
We wish you a safe return. As history has proven, all those who stake claim to the throne without merit will spend eternity as fallen spirits.
I must prove my worth as the next ruler, and I am no less prepared to sacrifice my life than those that have fallen before me.
Most wise, Your Highness. Watch your back, Your Highness.
Unacceptable. Those who enter the tomb must do so alone. Her life, or death, is in the hands of fate. Those not worthy of the throne are exactly that. You can't seriously think that. This is your sister. This is Melia.
Easy, Rhine.
But Dunban...
This ritual holds a special significance. It is wrong for us to interfere.
I don't like it.
But am I right in saying that the rules of this ritual affect only Hyentia? And if some strange Homs happen to get involved, it wouldn't cause a problem? Or is there some rule that prohibits Homs from entering the tomb?
No, I suppose not.
Then look at it this way. I don't need to know how big a deal this ritual is to your people. What I do know is that your sister's life is at stake. Cut us a break, and we'll save her.
Who are you?
My name is Dunban. I'm sort of the protector of this Mechon-bashing band of Homs.
Dunban. I know you. At the Battle of Sword Valley, you held back an entire wave of Mechon with the Monado.
You know a lot about a battle you never showed up to.
My apologies. We do not concern ourselves with the wars of others, be it against the Mechon or otherwise.
I was only joking. You had your reasons. I can see that with all these defense systems, you don't really need to fight.
Then it is decided. You can reach the tomb by transporter from the center gate. Her Highness has already entered. Shulk, you should hurry.
The old Airbud argument of technically it doesn't say that Homs can't enter the tomb. You'll love to see it. Before we depart for the tomb, which we will be doing this episode, there is, well, okay, there's a side quest I want to pick up, and unfortunately, that side quest requires another side quest to have been done first. So, let's head, well, we'll make it nighttime first. Oh, more skills. Shulk's got, Yep, that all sounds good. I need to make it nighttime. Now you'll notice there's two quests over here, and we actually do want to acquire both of them. One is our basically final generic quest in Alchemoth that we haven't actually acquired yet, is this guy who's fixing a pod. We just got asked, but there we go. Who asks for 2 spiral lamps from the Hyentia tomb. I didn't gather this one beforehand, because we couldn't have got it anyway. So that'll be handy to have going into the tomb. Then there is this guy here, Rothan. Well, this is a problem. There'll be no research for anyone at this rate. I say, you kids, you're free at the moment. Could you give me a hand? First, listen to what I have to say. Our Ancient Ruins research team has unearthed some ancient texts. You're researching ancient ruins? Before we set out on this journey, I was doing research too, so I think I really know how you feel. Oh, really? So you're a scientist, eh? Forgive me, but you really don't look like one. We've been traveling for a long time, and it's been tough too. Maybe I'm just getting too buffed up? No, never mind that. Please, tell us more about your research. Regrettably, the text's age means we can't decipher them easily, and it would take years and years, and that's just not good enough. So that's why we decided to build a kind of deciphering machine. I'm sure you can see where this is all headed, right? So, can you help us gather the necessary materials? And yes, this gives us, we got a vision about this last episode, 6 pieces of sturdy armor from Flavorlandos at Erith Sea in order to build the deciphering machine. You'll help us, that's very kind of you. In which case, I shall wait here and double check the blueprints. I'm counting on you kids. No problem, leave it to me. So, with that, we want to head over to Cyrith Lighthouse out in Erith Sea. And actually, at the top of the lighthouse, there is another quest we can get. It's the final generic quest in Erith Sea, which we also couldn't have done before because it requires materials from the Hyentia tomb. Quite why these people are requiring materials from a tomb that's supposedly off limits to everyone. There we go. Oh, I need to get more dragon spines from a fucking Lexos. Oh, I could have done... well, there we go. And we've got the pink asparagus, but yes, we need Andos and Tenno from Antos in the Hyentia tomb. So now we need to farm up some Andos, and the best location for them is Hovering Reef 3. So the best way of getting there is start at Xenoblade Lighthouse and go north. So here there are little bays that have got 2 Andos in that will be handy for this quest. One over here. Is this guy going to drop a sturdy armor? Yes, he is. It's a relatively common drop on them, so it's not a problem. The second one, as you can see, is over here on the other side. Ignore all those Ilukas in the middle, which are just a catapile from Upper Bionis. Basically, they get a bit more ether in them. Because, as we know, Upper Bionis, full of the old ether. So I'm just going to farm our 6 sturdy armor off camera.
Don't mess
Fighting through!
Yeah! Rhyme time! Here I come!
Ooh, 51,000 chain attack damage. That might be a record. And, oh, I was really hoping that was going to be our last thing. But it wasn't. Still got one more to get. And there we go, is our final sturdy armor. So with that, we need to return to Rothan, or whatever he was called. This is superb armor. Not a scratch, too. It's perfect. Must have been tough to get it. I know I couldn't have. Ha! Looks like I was wise to ask you kids to help. Thank you. Don't worry about it. It was nothing. At last, we can start constructing the deciphering machine. Here, take this, to compensate you for all the trouble you went through. And that completes the deciphering machine. But that's not actually what we're after. What we're after is, if we make it daytime and head a bit north of here, then we have this guy here. So this follows on from that last quest, Naroth. So, you are the travellers that Rothan was talking about. By the way, make sure you have Ricky in your party for this, because, boy, you get a wonderful little unique comment on it. Actually, I have a favour I'd like to request of you. You know what I refer to, yes? Could you tell me more? So confusing. Say in a way that Ricky can understand. Did you forget? Did Rothan not tell you? The deciphering of the ancient texts, remember? What Birdman talking about? Ricky, forget it. Remind Ricky, please. Intriguing. You claim to have failed to retain this invaluable knowledge. Could this perhaps be an issue with memory formation? Note to self. Dissection, research and analysis of non-subject, mandatory. Dissection? You want to make Ricky's wifey pond and all Ricky's little pond sad? Ricky, get mad. What? An individual of your nature has a wife and children? Intriguing, most intriguing. I could conduct valuable research into Nopon breeding habits. Go, bring your mate and offspring at once. Never! No, never! Ricky's a big no! Change the subject, or Ricky no help you. Well, progress has been made since your last time. I just love that little thing. It's only there if Ricky's there. The deciphering machine is now operational, but there is an issue. Its accuracy, you see, leaves something to be desired. At this rate, our research may never truly reach completion. Thus, we intend to improve our deciphering machine. For that, I'd like you to go and collect some materials for me. Can I count on you? And indeed, these are green diodes, a collectible from the High-End Tier Tomb, and Astus remote units from Hover Astus in the High-End Tier Tomb. Thank you for helping. Deciphering the text will shed much light on our origins. We look forward to some great discoveries. I'm counting on you. With that, we can now get ready to head over to the tomb. So, let's head to the kind of center gate transporter out in Aerith Sea. And from here... Oh, there's... I guess a collectible out there? Must just be on the water. Again, I always forget that things can just happily spawn on the water in Aerith Sea. There's a barrier to stop me doing exactly what I'm trying to do. Which is yeet myself off the edge. There we go. Oh, I could have just taken the stairs. Oh well. I'm guessing this is a Doomsday Poppy. Oh, that completes something. What, though? Yes, collection quest. Doomsday Poppy. I thought I still needed those. Cool. With that actually done, what we want to do is... There is the High-End Tier Tomb. By the way, we've been able to see it for the last couple of episodes. But we can just take a transporter directly over there. And this is, of course, the landmark of the High-End Tier 2, shockingly.
This is the tomb. Defensive measures prevent intruders from entering. You will have to circumvent these to move within the tomb.
One thing before we enter. Alvis, you can see the future like me.
I am from a long line of seers dedicated to serving the Imperial family. My visions help to protect the Empire.
But you're a Homs.
Yes. But that is for another time. My ancestry is not easily explained, and my ability to see the future is equally complicated. You might say, I have my own ritual. Is it not the same for you?
No. My visions appear suddenly, without warning. At first, they're obscure. Then, as it gets closer to the event, I start to understand.
It seems you possess a power greater than I. I still have not seen any danger befall Her Highness.
Not much use as a seer then, are you?
Nothing passes you by, does it? Now you see why I asked for your help. What a lucky coincidence that I happened to see you in danger.
A coincidence?
But I've seen you use the Monado.
The Monado has been passed down the Imperial line for generations. The sword of the Bionis. It is compelled to do its master's bidding. Magnified greatly, it has the power to control the very fabric of our world. Ether. Control the ether, and your will is made reality. I willed it, and it happened. That is all. Perhaps due to that power, the High Entia sealed away the Monado for centuries. Eventually, it found its way into the hands of the Homs, and then you, Shulk. A coincidence, or something more? You must discover this yourself, for you are the one who wields the Monado. The Bionis is stirring.